Alright, so this is going to be an interesting situation. We have 4 players for the Tennessee Titans who are officially ruled out. It looks like now, based on today's process, Charlie Jones is not going to be playing. I think he has a broken finger. And second off, Irv Smith is not going to be playing for this Tennessee Titans game. But we talked about the last couple of days how there was speculation of these guys not playing. But now that they're officially ruled out, this is going to be an interesting ball game. And the reason why I say that is because let me pull up the depth chart for the Tennessee Titans here, right? The Titans line is already not the greatest. So offensive line. Their defensive line is pretty good, man. Their defensive line is actually pretty star-studded, right? But their offensive line is definitely going to be the problem going into this game, right? So now they don't have Peter Sheronsky, who is the first-round draft pick, right? They don't have the left guard. So, our defensive line, if this is ever a game for Myles Murphy to go off in, keep in mind Joseph Asai is going to be 100% healthy for this game. Akeem Davis-Gaither was kind of questionable. He did have a rest day, and he was limited, I think, Thursday. Keep an eye on him. But everyone else on our defensive line is absolutely 100% healthy. Hubbard, Hendrickson, DJ Reader, BJ Hill, Joseph Asai, Myles Murphy. You list it, we're healthy, right? And we're coming off a 6-sack game. With their offensive line already being not the greatest, we might low-key put up 12 sacks in this game. I mean, listen, our offense is definitely going to struggle in our run game versus this defensive line of the Tennessee Titans, right? There's no question about that. And obviously, the injuries they have is definitely going to, hinder them a little bit too. As right here, we have defensive back and linebacker that were hurt in on this official out list. But other than that, their questionable players do concern me a little bit because Tart is questionable for this game. He's not ruled out, but he's questionable for this game and that they're starting, nose tackle. But other than that, the defensive line should be absolutely fine. Our defense might actually break records this game. Now, we are playing Derrick Henry, right? We are playing Derrick Henry, which is going to be a problem. But with the fact that, Treylon Burks is going to be out of this game, they got DeAndre Hopkins, who's already questionable going into this game. Nick Westbrook, who I think is an underrated guy, but again, he's not really that crazy great. Chris Moore's not good. Colton Durrell, I think he is either a 7th-round draft pick, I believe. Mason Kinsley, that's not really that crazy. Josh Wiley, that's their 3rd-string tight end, who is also a guy that I wanted the, Bengals to draft. So, listen. Offense, I want to see them get going in this game. But this is a game now, with their offensive line being even more banged up, them not being 100% for this game, that the takeaway is, our offense needs to just play smart. Just play smart. Now, if Tart for their defensive line doesn't play, then okay. That's a huge win for us. But they still have Jeffrey Simmons, Harden Landry, who's also, kind of shaken up going into this game. He's not 100%. But if we can't get the run game going, at least get in the field goal range and get field goals for this game. That's the game plan, because I don't think our defense is going to have any problem in this game. And I say that with a fully crazy thought that we're going against Derrick Henry, who is still one of the best running backs in the league, and you still have to respect him in every human way possible. But I'm not scared too much of Derrick Henry with how good our defense is, with the fact of there's number 2 receivers out. Because honestly, going into this game, Treylon Burks scared me. I'll say that. He scared me. He scares me more than DeAndre Hopkins. He's younger than DeAndre Hopkins. He has a lot of potential. He has a lot of bursts off the ball. He's a really good receiver. He's young, and he might not be looked at as a really great receiver, but he's a good receiver. You know what this means? In this game, right, our defense, you got to just, if DeAndre does play, which he should play, double DeAndre Hopkins, right? They're not going to be able to throw the ball if you double DeAndre Hopkins. Because Cam Taylor-Britt, Cheeto, whoever isn't doubling is going to be able to fully just destroy the rest of this second or this wide receiving core, right? And tight end core. And then what you're going to do if you're the Bengals here is you're going to stack the box. You're going to stack the box and probably bring pressure almost every single play. Because this offensive line is already not the greatest. And now, with all your pass rushers you have and everyone who's looking great on your defensive line, you're just going straight at the quarterback. And if they run the ball, you're just trying to contain Derrick Henry. So I think really the mentality going into this game has completely changed now. The mentality in this game is contain Derrick Henry and make Ryan Tannehill beat you. And I don't think he's going to be able to. And again, like I said, I think really the only problem here is going to be all offense. Offense is going to be the only problem. Now, obviously, yes, we do have another healthy week of practice for Joe Burrow. He was full participant practice all 3 days, which is great, awesome. But again, the only problem there is going to be getting this run game going versus a very stout defensive line. But if we can get that run game going, this game's going to be over quickly. It's going to be over quickly if we can run the ball. But if we can't run the ball, that's where this game's probably going to kind of settle, right? It's going to be, what can we do then? If we can't run the ball, we're going to have to throw the ball. Well, they have a good secondary. They have Amani Hooker. They have Kevin Byard, right? They have a pretty decent secondary, and they have a really great defensive line. They have a really great, they have a decently good linebacking core. I don't think it's the best, but I think it's good, right? So this game's going to come down to, no Irv Smith. So we're going to have to use Tanner Hudson again, which is ugly. No Chuck Sizzle, so that means Yoshi's probably getting more snaps. And if Yoshi's getting more snaps, then, again, like I said, utilizing Yoshi more is going to be interesting. I feel like this game and in its entirety is going to show us so much of what this team's about, right? And I don't know if this is a week our offense gets going crazy. I thought at first it was, but now looking more into it, it looks like this might be the week our offense, gets going a little bit, but doesn't really hit the full power yet. And that might not be to Arizona or Seattle or after the bye week, right? And again, it does come down to Joe Burrow's health and how healthy he's feeling. He's going to be stationary in this game. They're probably going to have him, same mentality as last week. Hike it, throw it away if nothing's open. Hike it, throw away if nothing's open. Like, don't risk anything. Don't get, hurt for no reason here. Don't get hit for no reason. And Jeffrey Simmons, great pass rusher. Same thing with Hunter Landry. Now, again, Hunter Landry is currently questionable. If he doesn't play, then this is going to completely flip this game on top of his head. But this is a winnable game, guys. This is a winnable game, and with those guys out, it makes it even more winnable for us. These guys are questionable, and I was kind of iffy. Now, it's going to be a GG. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next one. Peace.